Hello, YouTube community, and welcome to Fit Nutrisize, where we give you the intelligent edge on fitness. Now, today we'll be discussing creatine. We'll be discussing the two main functions and the recommended dosages and some precautions. Before I go on any further, I did want to give you an introduction to creatine by saying that it is a naturally occurring nitrogenous compound that is made in the liver, kidneys, and pancreas from the amino acids arginine, glycine, and methionine. Now let's get started. Now the first main function we'll be discussing is that it increases energy for high power activities. I want you to think of CrossFitters, sprinters, football players, and how so? Well, by increasing maximal power output, or otherwise the power that you exhibit in your high intensity activities. Another thing that it does is it's that through repeated high intensity intermittent exercise, it also enhances performance. So again, think of those exercises that you perform for a brief moment of time with a lot of strength and power. It increases or enhances those repetitive intermittent exercises. Finally, it does buffer against acidosis. So we often hear about acidic substances in the body that may lead to decrease in athletic performance, and creatine does help buffer against acidosis for high intensity, short, intermittent exercise. On to the second function. The second main function is that it increases muscle mass. And by increasing muscle mass, it increases body weight. And another word for muscle mass is lean body mass. It also increases total reps and sets in high intensity anaerobic athletes. Your anaerobic athletes are those considered power and strength athletes, like Olympic weightlifters and your sprinters. Now, the way that you increase muscle mass is specifically by being able to perform more reps and sets and putting that overload physiological response in the muscle, forcing it to grow and recover. Dosages and precautions. So the recommended dosages that I'm going to reveal does include a loading phase of 20 to 25 grams a day of creatine monohydrate and 4 to 5 doses of 5 grams for 5 to 7 days. So you're gonna go ahead and split these 20 to 25 grams into different doses or segments throughout the day for about a week, and then followed by a maintenance dose of 2 to 5 grams a day. Some precautions is that cycle period of use with periods of non-use, and certain populations are very sensitive to the loading phase, this phase right here, and it's not recommended. More and more of the sports nutrition field is revealing that for some people, the loading phase is not required, or overall, the loading phase might not be required for some, and they can still perform as well as those with the loading phase. But once again, everyone's genetics is different. And I also want to precaution that the only associated side effect or real side effect that has been proven is weight gain in the form of water rate. And for some athletes, as you know, this might change the effect on how you feel your weights and how you feel the bar in your hands because you have that water layer. That's all for today. Stay tuned for more from Fit Nutrisize.